Welcome to Angope Feeling Good, Feeling Amazing. Your boy over here, Mkidi Studios. Wow. So today I want us to look at something over here, manzi. Inaitwa the Diddy case, manzi. Sean Diddy Combs, my boy. My boy, manzi. My boy alikuwa anachachisha, manzi. Alikuwa na do a lot of things. Nataka tucheki what he was doing. But there's a documentary I've seen from Box News show, but it's for Netflix though. Sean Combs, The Reckoning Official Breakdown, Episode 1.
Welcome to Mkidi Studios.
So what do you think about all of this? I'll truly do appreciate. Tell me in the comments. So let's get into it, my niggas. So if this is your first time being here, you can kindly do subscribe. I'll truly do appreciate. So manze, I'm reacting to the first episode of the interview. So let's get it, manze. Kindly like, subscribe, share, follow your boy over here, Mkidi Studios. Always, manze, be grateful, be blessed, be humble, kaunaweza, manze, help others. Be the light, manzi. So, let's get it.
Things are happening, and it's like, I want to fight for my life. I want to fight for, just and not guilty. Like, I want to have a life to be able to live. It's really going to be hard for me to take more hits than I take it. God forbid, get in front of a jury and have a chance. And so I'm having this emergency call because something has to give.
We need the core theme to be, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong on any front. And you've come to New York to face things head on. If anyone's ever paying any attention to what you've actually been doing, you've handled this with complete honor.
I don't think it's working. I listened. I've been a superb client, as you said. I jumped on the plane. I'm coming to New York, but I'm just running around waiting for a shoe to drop.
We're losing sight of the big picture, man. It's the middle of September and there's still no indictment.
Then you have to have a spokesman. You have to have some sort of comms to constantly be pushing that, Mark. Because you may just be a person that you just may watch CNN. You know what I'm saying? And there's 9 billion people in the world, and 7 billion of them is on Instagram and TikTok. And so you at the wrong place looking to see what the people with the possible jurors are thinking. We have to find somebody that'll work with us, whether they from this country or from another country. It could be somebody that has dealt in the dirty business of media and propaganda.
When you're a leader in that way, it's admirable until you get to the point where you want to control.
You can hear what he's saying. He needs someone who has dealt with the dirtiest of media cases, so that he can, they can help him fast track the process so that his case can be heard in court. So my boy has a lot of money. And he has a lot of fame and a lot of clout. And he got connections with the Shuminari. So, manzi. Your boy amejituma kwa hii shit, manzi. But, acha tusikia.
Point where you want to control everyone around you. He got to that point.
It's like Scarface, the movie. I want the world and everything that's in it. But you got everything. Hey, yo, New York, we did it! Harlem, we did it, man!
You can hear what the artist is saying. The one of the artists saying he wanted everything in the world and everything and everything in the world and everything that's in it. So, but the problem is he already had too much money. That's the problem. No. And that artist was saying that he wanted to be controlling. My guy, the boy is already too rich. Forget, you're already in cahoots with Shuminati, all these other people, bado gonna do YouTube. Hey, my guy. Ish.
It was a mantra that Sean had. Nobody's gonna be bigger than me.
Sean is the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah, can you hear what you're saying? Nobody is going to be bigger than Sean Combs, man. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. Bruh, all of us are going to die at some point. So there's no need of pretending as if money is the epitome of everything. Bruh, have we not seen funerals out here? People are, if God decides it's your day, bro. So it's unfortunate for this guy to do all of this just because of cash, man. But anyway, let's hear.
Control everyone around you. He got to that point.
It's like Scarface, the movie. I want the world and everything that's in it. But you got everything. Hey, yo, New York, we did it! Harlem, we did it, Mount Vernon, we did it!
It was a mantra that Sean had. Nobody's gonna be bigger than me.
Sean is the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. We'll never see a Sean in my lifetime again. Ever.
It was like the more money he got, the more power he got, the more power he got, the more money he got. And he always felt like money can get him out of everything.
I do feel it's important that we let the public know from the juror standpoint, just kind of how we reached the verdict. It's not everything that the media has put it out to be.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
He's creating a narrative always. He is the best storyteller in hip hop. He thinks he's Black Superman. I can do what I want.
You can't go on for long in life doing the things that he was doing before something eventually happens. You can't continue to keep hurting people and nothing ever happens. It's just a matter of time.
Brown, what have you, it allows them to get a clearer picture, stretch the defense horizontally faster, right? And it also, conversely, makes the defense think a tick longer, which they clear the
This shit is not fucking easy. There's a whole lot of crazy shit going on. You know, when I saw they knocked the bad boy building down, yeah. Like, that shit was crazy to me that shit wasn't there, which is a sign to me like, nigga, time to go to the future. Time to go to the future. That was a little building. Prepare for the building and I got ready for you, son. You know what I'm saying? So it was a sign to me like that, but I'm saying that shit there like 2 months ago, right? I'm not tripping. Yeah, it was there.
Puff is in this position where he has all this turmoil, but he's not at the point where he's saying where I went wrong. He's saying to himself, how do I get out of this? Maybe I can convince some witnesses that I'm not the guy who I am. Eventually, he's going to get to the point where he's going to ask himself, how did I get myself into this situation?
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, longtime rival of Sean Diddy Combs, talked in an interview about the new Netflix docuseries. 50 Cent has addressed his involvement, explaining that while people may think he's speaking out due to their beef, he said the tension began years ago when Diddy made comments that made him uncomfortable, such as offering to take him shopping in a way that felt like Diddy was testing his willingness to play along. 50 Cent made it clear that it's not personal. He's speaking up because of the situation, not because of old issues.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like he was, like it was like a tester. Like maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
Moreover, 50 Cent framed his need to speak out as a defense of the culture. He made it clear that this isn't about putting hip-hop on trial. It's about holding Diddy accountable for his actions alone. He stated that his silence would imply the hip-hop community condones such behavior, so he spoke up to show that it does not.
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors.
On the project itself, 50 Cent argued the documentary's power lies in its truth. He said that even if Diddy dislikes certain moments, he won't be able to deny their reality. He believed that deep down, Diddy would recognize how well made and impactful the project really is. According to him, people are already calling it one of the best documentaries they've seen in a long time. So even though some scenes may make Diddy uncomfortable, he'll still see the reality behind them. In 50 Cent's view, the truth is unavoidable, and the documentary will present it clearly and powerfully.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
The documentary's most damning evidence is security footage reportedly showing Diddy physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie in a hotel hallway in 2016. The security video captures him punching, kicking, and shoving her. Diddy has since publicly acknowledged the video on social media and taken responsibility for his actions. This clip has been cited as key evidence in discussions of his past behavior and legal issues. Netflix also obtained a behind-the-scenes clip that reveals a critical oversight, the complete breakdown in his legal team's coordination. In it, a frustrated Diddy admonishes his advisors, exposing more than just pressure. It lays bare a fundamental failure in the unity and effectiveness of his defense.
To me, I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together.
On the other hand, Diddy's team claims Netflix used the footage without authorization. They stated the material includes private moments, unfinished pre-indictment recordings, and legal strategy discussions that were never intended for public release. According to them, the footage was produced under a separate, incomplete arrangement, and no rights were ever transferred to Netflix. They assert that a payment dispute between third parties does not grant Netflix permission to use it. His team emphasizes that none of the footage came from Diddy or his staff and questions how and why Netflix decided to include it. Diddy's team: we have confirmed that Netflix used footage that was never authorized for release, including private moments, pre-indictment material from an unfinished project, and conversations involving legal strategy that were not intended for public viewing. The footage was created for an entirely different purpose, under an arrangement that was never completed, and no rights were ever transferred to Netflix. A payment dispute between outside parties does not create permission for Netflix to use unlicensed private material. None of this footage.
So as you've heard, so Diddy is trying to come at Netflix because of how and why they aired the parts of the clip, saying that some of them were a private discussion. So you tell me what you think in the comments. I'll truly do appreciate.
Footage came from Mr. Combs or his team, and its inclusion raises serious questions about how it was obtained and why Netflix chose to use it. The details behind obtaining such sensitive footage were discussed on The Breakfast Club. The hosts revealed a critical oversight. Diddy's usual cameraman had sent an unpaid replacement, whose footage likely fell outside the original legal agreement. This error, reportedly discovered by Diddy's lawyers only after the documentary's release, means the raw footage may have legally belonged to its purchaser, likely explaining how 50 Cent obtained it. This opens the door to material Diddy never intended for public release, raising questions about whether 50 Cent is exploiting Diddy's legal troubles.
Diddy had a video person, a photographer that was always with him.
Right.
These couple days, that video person sent someone and didn't come on his own. Diddy has a legal agreement, from what I'm being told by his team. He had a legal agreement with that videographer, photographer. They're not for sure if it covers this person that would have sold or whatever, however 50 Cent obtained this footage. There was also a disagreement between Diddy and this person who shot this footage. This guy was never paid, and they didn't find that out, his attorneys, until this documentary dropped. So all of that stuff, edited, unedited, that was shot in that time, they are, it's I mean, if they bought it and they owned it the right way, and Diddy's team is still checking that out, it's there to be used. So we are about to see some things that I'm sure if he was in control of, we might not have seen.
On the other hand, Peter Rosenberg also criticized 50 Cent's approach. He explained that 50 Cent has, deep down, been waiting years for this moment to confront Diddy. He referenced their history dating back to the early 50s with the track How to Rob, which angered the entire industry, Diddy included. Rosenberg noted that figures in the business tried to push 50 out, and when combined with his street troubles, it nearly cost him his life. Now that 50 Cent is successful and untouchable, Rosenberg posits he views all this as payback, an exercise that is fun and light for him because he no longer cares for the industry's opinion.
But somewhere in my soul, I think Diddy been holding on to this, looking for an opportunity to come for Diddy, since 50 put out How to Rob early.
I mean, yes, you know, listen.
Because the whole industry, remember, the whole industry at that time, if you old enough, you know, of a certain age, you remember that they was mad at 50 for, you know, talking like that in that song.
Yeah.
And they tried to really squeeze bro out of the game. And then obviously the streets and other things, shenanigans was going on, which almost ended 50's life. But then he returned. No, your man, no, I'm telling you. And it's all fun and game. It's all funny and fun and games to him now. He don't care.
Oh my God, no.
Dame Dash offered a more scathing critique, accusing 50 Cent of handling the situation poorly. Instead of publicly exposing another black man during a vulnerable moment, he feels 50 should have addressed things privately or stayed out of it. To Dame, making a big documentary about Diddy's problems only helps outsiders profit from the controversy and makes the community look divided. His message is that this approach lacks unity and doesn't benefit anyone except the people watching from the outside. Dame Dash said, "Never trust a black man that will make a documentary tearing down another black man for a white man. That's nasty work." When directly questioned about Cassie's role, 50 Cent left no doubt, stating he believes she is unequivocally a victim. He reasoned that her youth and vulnerability from the outset left her open to a decade of psychological conditioning.
The victim in all this.
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old. In the very beginning. After a while, over time, you conditioned for it.
Moving ahead, the analyst Soul criticized 50 Cent for making a documentary about Diddy, saying it feels personal rather than objective. He suggested that 50 Cent's motivation isn't the story itself, but lingering feelings about his son's mother being in love with Diddy. According to Soul, 50 Cent is overly focused on Diddy and letting past personal emotions drive the project rather than presenting an unbiased account.
I think it's important to...
He says it's not personal. Obviously, it is personal if you did a whole documentary about Puff, man. Yo, 50 Cent, you really on this dude's jock. You on this nigga's jock heavy, man. Me personally, I don't believe nothing that you say. I don't believe that Puff asked to take you shopping. I think you're upset because your son's mother was in love with Puff and she left you and you was in love with her. And Puffy, she was just something for Puffy to do. And I think you're upset with that, man.
Ultimately, regardless of the legal disputes over the footage or the debate about 50 Cent's intentions, the documentary presents an undeniable core. It spotlights the severe allegations against Sean Combs and the visible evidence of the question of whether this project serves as a long-awaited public reckoning or a personal vendetta is left for the audience to decide. What remains clear is that this story has reached a point of no return. The tapes are playing, the testimonies are public, and the conversation about accountability, power, and what the industry has tolerated for decades is now front and center. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown insightful, please like and subscribe to stay updated on this evolving story. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
So what do you think about all of this Diddy story, man? I may think there's a whole some people saying 50 Cent is bitter. Some are saying he's so there's a guy saying his baby mama also kind of like Diddy, but sana chiki pia Diddy amekuwa na mambo mob. Diddy has his own fair share of issues with other people, so You tell me what you think in the comments. I'll truly do appreciate your boy over here, Mkidi Studios. Yeah, man. So,
Welcome to Mkidi Studios.